Yes, I want to welcome and thank the members of the Indian Storytellers Healing Network. And I understand you're going to lead a healing story circle for us. This is the final set of the Chennai Storytelling Festival 2022. So thank you so much for coming, for being here, and for leading this session. Please take it away.
Namaste, greetings to each and everyone present here. We, Indian Healing Storytellers Network, are a group of 5 friends, Geetanjali, Poonam, Soumya, Ramya, and myself. It is indeed an honor to be presenting a workshop on celebrating life at the very end of this month-long celebration, joy, healing, togetherness, community. We, Indian Healing Storytellers Network, have a monthly circle, which is a safe space for each and every one to communicate, reflect, talk. We use various expressive art modalities and stories for this purpose of healing. We, Indian Healing Storytellers Network, have curated 2 very successful events called Watering the Roots, where we did some fundraising for special children and animals. And this was graced by many of the international storytellers, and was a huge success. And we plan to continue watering the roots in future too. Our today's session is all about celebrating life. It is rightly said, the more you celebrate life, the more life gives you reason to celebrate. We often have this fallacy that we need things to happen to celebrate. Well, when we start celebrating life without any reason, then the healing starts, then the joy comes. So this was all for our circle. Are you all ready for some fun as we begin to celebrate? Well, normally, what are the words you associate with celebrations? I would like if somebody could write in the chat. I would like to know the words which you associate with celebrations. Joy, yes. People, definitely. Dressing up, family, yes. Music, friends, family, happiness, ceremony, love, absolutely. And there is something called laughter yoga, which incorporates all of these words in some way or the other. I was exposed to this laughter yoga about 4 years back, and I extensively used it for all my sessions. And the beginning was beautiful. So are you all ready for some laughter yoga? Can you just show me by raise of hands how many of you are really looking forward for laughter yoga? Wonderful. So laughter yoga is a set of exercises which involves breathing, clapping, playfulness, and some fun activities. So to begin with, let's all take a nice deep breath. You may open your eyes, you may close your eyes as you wish. With a smile on your face, the breath goes inside, a warm, nice feeling of a deep breath. Yes. Now comes the next part. Can any celebration be complete without clapping? No way. We all clap when we are happy. So I'm going to do a rhythmic clapping. I encourage all of you to follow me, but please keep yourself on mute. Otherwise, there's going to be a chaos. Okay, please follow the rhythm. Yay! One more time. Yay! Great. Now, in India, as many of you would know, Namaste is the salutation. Whenever we meet, we do Namaste, which means I see the divine in you. Such a beautiful thing it is. So today we are going to do Namaste Laughter Yoga. This is very simple. Just follow the instructions. You will be doing Namaste to all the participants in the Zoom. And all the while you will be laughing purposely. So, how was it? I can see the smiles on the faces of the people. Wonderful. So, after every activity, we are going to do hey, hey, very good. Hey, hey, very good. Hey, hey, very good. Now, very often, we have arguments with people. And how do we argue? So we will do this argument laughter yoga. Very good, very good. Yay! Very good. Yay! Now I'm sure many of you must be in a mood for cold coffee. It's already warm here in Bhopal, and I love my cold coffee a lot. So we have these two glasses in our hands, milk and coffee. Milk and coffee. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, some sugar is left to be melted yet. Ho, 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 ho. Yay, yay, very good. Yay, yay, very good. Now, how about doing all the two exercises and one more together? Just watch me. It is very simple. Are you all ready? Are you all ready for all the three exercises together? Great. Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! So I am sure your body knows that you are happy. Your body knows that we are going to celebrate. And for further taking the celebrations ahead, I call upon my next petal of the periwinkle, as we secretly call each other, Gitanjali.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jyoti. Thank you. I'm still in the spirit of laughter. I think you brought in a lot of energy and we are all feeling charged to this circle, and arrives my story from that door. Yes, that's the story. And the story I heard from one of my teachers during the meditation course, and she says, once it so happens that when Buddha was meditating in the brick house at Nadika, there were three monks, Anuradha, Nandiya, and Kimi Bila. They were also there at the park in the forest, in the park of the Gosinga Sala tree wood. Yes, that was a place where I think we can all stay. All of us can stay. No, Soumya, I think you can stay. All right, I'm here now, and I'm feeling that all of us are here together and sharing the story with all of you. So yes, once Buddha was once Buddha was in the brick house at Nadika, where there were three monks who lived in the park of the Gosinga Sala tree wood. So one evening, Buddha rose from his meditation and he walked towards the park. When the park keeper stopped Buddha from entering the park, park keeper said, there are three monks who live here harmoniously and they're always busy and they sit in silence. Do not disturb them. Buddha insisted that he would love to meet these three monks. Park keeper just stopped Buddha from entering. Anuradha heard this and he came running to the park keeper and said, hey, let him come in. He is the blessed one. It is my teacher. Come in, O blessed one. Buddha enters the park. Anuradha ran to his companions, Nandiya and Kimbila. He said, come, the blessed one has come. One of the monks brought a cloth. The other one brought a bowl of water. And the third one prepared the seat for the blessed one to sit. As the blessed one sat, three of them sat to wash his feet, wipe his feet with the cloth, dry it, and then sat next to Buddha. Buddha looked at Anuradha and said, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all getting enough food for yourself. Anuradha looked at the blessed one and said, yes, we are getting enough food and we are keeping well over here. Oh, okay. Tell me something. How are you living together in mutual aspiration? Are there times when you have disputes as three of you live together over here? Or are there times when you're not able to blend together? How is it that you're blending together like water and milk? So Anuradha looked at Buddha and said, yes, we do our blending together like water and milk. We live in mutual aspiration and mutual appreciation. Buddha asks, how is it possible and how are you able to do it? Anuradha looked at Buddha and said, I live in loving kindness in my body acts, in my mental acts, and in my verbal acts. There are times when we are together, I want to do things that I want to do. But when I hear them towards the things that they want to do, I keep my thing aside and do what they want to do. Sometimes there are things that they want to do and I want to do something different, and they keep their things aside and they do what I want to do. Buddha was surprised. He said, how is it that you're able to do it? How is it that you're able to do all things together and not stay in dispute and blend like water and milk? To this, Anuradha said, let me give you an example. Like when one of us come early for meal, we keep the water for drinking ready, we keep the water for washing ready. So the one who comes first keeps everything ready. The one who comes second keeps the seat ready and sees if the food is enough for all three of us to have. He serves to each one of them. And the one who comes last, the one who comes third, he, after finishing the meal, he keeps the water back in place, and he keeps the water for drinking back in place. He keeps the water for washing back in place. And he also cleans up the refuse basket and keeps it for drying. Oh, is this the way you all live harmoniously without speaking? Yes, we never find a reason to have a speech with each other. Whenever we see that the water for drinking is over, or the water for washing is over, or the water for latrine is empty, we just start replenishing it. And if we feel that one of us cannot lift it, we just do signal, like we do hand movements and we call for help. And then each one of us go and help each other. We do not find a reason to speak. We just know what each one of us have to do. Buddha was silently looking at him. Said, tell me more. And sometimes if we feel that we need to speak, then we sit in silence for some time and then we speak. Every evening we sit together and study Dhamma, all 5 nights. And sometimes we also rest our back and look up at the sky and look at the stars and moon together. So Buddha looked at Anuradha and said, oh, that's how I can feel the peace of this place. Tell me something. Have you attained anything after so much of harmony and synchrony with each other? Anuradha thought to himself and said, yes, of course, we've attained great silence and we are able to speak and study Dhamma when we are together. Buddha once again questioned, have you attained something more by being together? He said, yes, we are able to practice more and live together. Buddha once again insisted, is there anything else that you have attained by being together? Anuradha sat silently, closed his eyes, and he opened and he said, yes, our thoughts together have now begun to flow in such a way that we have stopped feelings to do with perceptions, sense perceptions. We have stopped our gateways towards aversion. Instead, new gateways have opened towards wisdom. And when we sit together, we always think about the community and about a larger goal. It feels like we are rising and we are able to stay in each other's company harmoniously. Buddha was asking and he said, tell me more, what have you learned in each other's company? It was at this time that Anuradha smiled and he said, it feels insurmountable peace in each other's presence. And when we come together, it feels like we are living in peace. They sat together and they spoke Dhamma for some time, after which Buddha stood up and he departed. After Buddha left, the 2 monks came to Anuradha and said, Anuradha, tell us, was there any time that we have reported such attainment to you? Because you declared that we've attained something. To this, Anuradha said, when I closed my eyes and I watched inside my mind, I could see a compass which was moving towards the center. And it felt like all 3 of us were thinking the same. Our body, our heart, our verbal acts may be different, but at this point of time, our minds are same. And that's when I realized what I have achieved is what all of you have also achieved. Yeah. Actually, WhatsApp call. So what I have achieved, all of you have also achieved. So the other monks were surprised, and then they looked at each other. They also closed their eyes and they said, yes, our minds are the same at this point of time. So what we've achieved is also what you have achieved. Oh yes, what you've achieved is also what I have achieved. And that's how they found out that they are on the same path. When Buddha reached back to his brick house, he looked at Ananda and he said, you know, whenever going forward, these three monks will be remembered. That place will be filled with welfare and happiness. To this, Ananda said, good companions, good associations do make part of our spiritual life. To which Buddha smiled and said, good friends, good associations make whole of our spiritual life. So that's my story. So this story was shared to me by my teacher at a time when we were also doing Dhamma Sevikas. We were Dhamma Sevikas and we were serving there, and we had to do all our work without talking to each other. So that was a time when the story was shared, that it was so important to understand the need of each other and do things without talking, and you know, create a harmonious space for everyone to live in. So I would want to ask all of you, what is the story telling you? What is the story speaking to you right now? Simran is telling it's a beautiful story, and Devina is saying beautiful story. He didn't want me to stop. Yeah, you can all unmute and speak. What is the story telling you? What is coming to you? Did you feel that there are times, like I stay in with my family, with me, my husband and my daughter, there are times that we function everything without talking to each other. We just know who's going to set the table, who's going to get the food on the table, who's going to take the food back to the kitchen. Is that the feeling you all feel when you live in harmonious manner, when you can build a harmonious community together? Yeah, Niyati, you can unmute and speak.
It's definitely this sense of interconnectedness that there is. It's just like the wordlessness allows you to see, even though you could have words and it could still do it that way, but the wordlessness allows you just to see how much, as you said, in harmony, so that you're just working as a community, right? You're just working as almost like a single organism. That's sort of, this part is reaching out now, okay, then this part is coming in, and that's what the beauty of the story was for me, was that I think if humanity could do this, not just small, but you have to start small, right? You have to, first you start here, then you can start with your family, then you can, and that's how you can change, but you have to start here. So I like the story because when they said, well, you know, when this person is here, then I just put mine aside. We're not taught that generally in our current world. We're taught me first, me. So that's where the conflict is, right? Because we're not willing to set aside. So it was a great story for acknowledging there's an alternative for us.
Yes, I really appreciate your listening to that point of the story where it was important to keep my interests aside for some time for the interest of the group. And that makes community possible. So if every time we keep pushing our desires, our interest, then it creates conflict. And so how to understand that this is a time I need to put mine aside and move forward. That's bringing a lot of awareness. Thank you, Judy. Niyati?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful story. Yes, there are so many things I can back from the story. One, of course, what Judy has rightly said right now, and you also emphasized on that, is egolessness. When the others are working, you put your things aside and help them grow. So that eventually will help us also to grow, because we are one. The human consciousness is just one. And that is why they could, uplift themselves. They could manage things without, communicating, keeping their silence intact. Another thing I really liked is that everyone is doing their share. Nobody is, they know what is to be done. And
Yeah.
what is not done, they just go ahead and do it. They are not waiting for people to tell them what to do. So
Yes.
they come forward, they took the responsibility and they did the things. Third one, what I felt is, uh, they were not rigid as in Vipassana. We are also not allowed to do the sign language. That is also broken of the noble silence. But then they were not rigid to it. If they had problem, they were flexible to do sign language and make the other person understand what has to be done. Things were okay. So they were so much at ease with each other. And so that's how they got this upliftment. And though they did not know what they have attained so much. Yeah, so thank you. This is what I could back. Thank you so much.
And I think it was also the mindfulness to know that this is the time I need to use my sign language. So they didn't use it at impulse. They used it when they really needed it. So yeah, thank you so much, Niyati, for sharing your reflection with great detail. I saw Devina had also raised her hand.
Hi, Gitanjali. It's a beautiful story. And you know what I really took back is many in body and one in mind. It's doing things together, like how we have this kind of CSF and other circles which we attend, how it is so encouraging, one storyteller encouraging the other storyteller, and we learn so much. So we what is our intention is basically to heal, is basically to bring that kind of empathy and that kind of knowledge to the little children and to the people we share our stories. So yeah, it's like when we're together, we can do much more than we do it alone.
Right. So when you have a goal and when you have intention, you end up achieving wisdom, because then you move on, and evolve as well. Very well said, Ravina. Anyone else over here? We've got wonderful comments on the group. They feel like imprints on the ISHN wall right now. So,
Gitanjali, can I say something?
yes, Simran.
Yeah. Hello and good evening to one and all. So what I resonated is sometimes if you are feeling something heavy and you want to convey that feel to someone loved one, but you're confused, how are you going to say, because sometimes it's difficult to convey our feelings to loved ones, our own loved ones. It's very easy to tell to some stranger, but it's very difficult to tell your loved ones, like family members or close friends. So I feel important is how you say, the tone, how you say. Saying is important, but the way how you say.
Right.
So your story, it told me like they were using sign language or whatever. So important is how you say it, how you convey your feelings. The right way of saying can save many relationships. That's what was my take.
I said that Anuradha said that I give loving kindness in my mental acts, in my body acts, and in my verbal acts. So that makes his language compassionate, and he opens gateways to communication. And he does it openly also, and he does it privately also when he's on his own.
Right.
So it's not just a show, but even when you're on your own, you have to keep spreading loving kindness towards your
Correct.
companions.
Correct.
Tanvi, I don't know if it is only at my end, but there's a weird audio noise coming whenever you are speaking.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
just started now. It was like the last few minutes.
So Gustav,
No,
Gustav,
it's still there.
yeah, I think I'll test my speaker. Maybe Gustavo can speak in the meantime.
Yes. Thank you. Well, what I am admired about this is that even the tiniest of a family, a family just one, but start from a grandmother and a grandson that live together, or just grandfather and a grandson, or just a couple of only brothers. You have to. It's very interesting because this is without speaking, you can communicate much more without speaking, because of course it's good to speak, to change ideas, but sometimes it's better to be quiet and to see what the other people is doing. Maybe he's doing cooking, and you have to respect him. He's doing the cooking. I want to do the cooking today, and the other one wants to do that thing. So that's a very good story. I really loved it. Thank you.
And it also happens that we have this need to tell others that I did this, I did this, I did this. So, when things are done silently, we probably anyways acknowledge who's doing what. So I think we've come towards the closing. There are beautiful messages here on the chat box. I think we can all sit in silence and read.
Gitanjali, sorry to interrupt you. There's a lot of disturbance while
Is
you're
still there? My voice is still. I didn't tell.
Yes.
Okay, I think what we could do is that I think we could move on to a beautiful meditation by Poonam, and I'll keep myself on mute.
So after this beautiful story, are we all ready for little visualization, a meditation? I urge you all to make yourself comfortable. And I will go off video. And if you intend not to be seen while you are meditating, you too can switch off your videos. But listen to me very carefully. Sit in any relaxing position. Feet planted firmly on the ground. Palms facing the sky. Keep them gently on your thighs. Gently close your eyes. Keep a smile on your face. A nice, beautiful smile. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Each breath a bit deeper. Each exhale a bit slower. Until you find a comfortable, natural rhythm. You are now ready to celebrate each moment. Gently walk through the forest, covered with thick canopy of trees. You are now surrounded with mountains. Feel the nip in the air. Climb a mountain. Walk into a meadow. Hear the birds chirping. feel the soft, cool breeze blowing. Hear the sound of water. You are now near a waterfall. Few droplets gently fall on your face, tickling you. You can stop wherever you wish. It's a place to celebrate. It's a place of your choice. Sit there and feel the sounds all around you. Think about a few friends, or maybe a lot of friends, family, neighbors, community, anybody you wish to celebrate with. Invite them to be with you in this beautiful space. They're on their way. It's time to light a few incense sticks. Which fragrance calls out to you? Is it jasmine or the English rose? Lily, lemongrass, or the fragrance of wild flowers? Whatever fills your senses, just pick that stick, light them, and take a deep breath. Breathe in the fresh fragrance of your choice. The smell is intoxicating. Just stay with it. Let it fill all your senses. It's time to dress up. Choose your attire for your celebrations. Is it a floral garment or a monochrome? Does it have checks? Or is it just a plain, simple dress? Feel the fabric. Is it soft or coarse? Feel it against your body. Slip into the dress. Your friends are on their way. Just the right time to put some music on. Your favorite music, soft or mushy, classical or western. You choose. It's your celebration. The aroma of hot, sumptuous food is now wafting in the air. Your taste buds are tingling. You're already celebrating. Your friends are here. Hold their hands and bring them into your space, your celebrations. You're swaying with the music, holding each moment in its essence, in its purity. Each moment is a celebration. Drift like the clouds drift with the winds. You are now yourself the celebration. Every cell in your body is alive and reverberating and rejoicing. Stay here. Stay here as long as you wish to. celebrate. Celebrate. Life is a gift. Life is a celebration. Celebrate. If you feel like moving around in the space that you are, you can do so. You can just move the way the music takes you, the rhythm of your breath, your body. Just celebrate every moment, every breath. All your loved ones are with you. We are all together here in the same space. Just sway, just celebrate. Stay in this moment till you feel like. And when you feel complete, you can switch on your videos. Slowly and slowly, everybody is coming back. The celebrations are still with us, aren't they? And I hand over to Soumya.
Yes, thank you. Let's keep celebrating and immersing ourselves in what feelings are coming up for us, what are our thoughts, what are the images. If you feel like sharing, please put it up in the chat. You have... Yes, thank you, Poonam. The celebration took me everywhere. It's like I was alone and then I was with a group. Then I was back alone with myself. So there was just this imagination is allowing me to flow into spaces, not just stay in one. That's how I experienced this celebration. So what are you feeling? What are you thinking? What are the images that stayed with you? Put it on the chat. If you feel like unmuting and sharing, if you feel like speaking, please do.
So I would like to share something.
Sure.
Thank you, Poonam, for this. So I don't know, I mean, if a lot of people feel this, it's something personal that I would like to share. So from past, like from 1 or 2 years, you know, I get very scared, or there is a fear whenever someone says, imagine yourself somewhere. Like I don't want to see myself alone anywhere. Like I just move out of the space where I have to see myself alone, and I don't want to see myself alone. And there is a kind of fear which goes around. And I was so happy that, you know, you brought in, like, you know, there are people around, and, you know, there are friends. That felt so good. There are a lot of images which came in, and, you know, which I want to treasure. I want to keep seeing the same thing, you know, over and over again, because that's what I want to see. And I don't know if a lot of people have gone through this, but I don't know if it is because of COVID or something. There's so much fear of losing people, and you know, it is just very traumatizing, if I have to say. Like, it just gets me into a very bad space. But kind of having this image of, people you love and you celebrate is like so refreshing and so joyful. And thank you for that. It just made me relax so much.
Yes, isn't it? The meditation brought us closer with the people we love.
Even when you started telling that, you're walking in the forest, like I was not walking alone. I didn't want it to be alone. I was still with my husband and son. I didn't know what you were telling, but I just wanted to hold their hands tight and I was walking. I'm like, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. When you said all the people, I was so happy. Thank you.
There's a quote by Rudolf Steiner that I've shared on the group, on the chat. You can read it here again. I'm placing it over here. When in the mirror of each soul, the whole community finds its reflection, and when in the whole community, the virtue of each one is living, may my soul bloom in love for all existence. Must thank Gitanjali for this lovely, beautiful quote. I think starting from the beautiful laughter and that story and the meditation, and now just staying in this moment, I want all of you to become present to any question that may come up for you. We usually are used to answering questions. We're used to answering questions. But in this space, is there any question that comes up for you? Can we stay with a question, an inquiry around celebration, around this feeling of community? What is that question that you would like to ask yourself or the community? What is that question? If you could just take a few minutes to think of that question. Many, many times I've met people who have asked me a question and always said, take your time, you don't have to answer me now. I love that. I hate to answer questions. I'm like, let's just stay with the question. So we take this moment to stay with the question. What is the question that is coming up for you? It could be about anything in this moment, about your own self and how you see yourself in a mood of celebration. How do you see the community? How do you see the space that we create? So if you feel like sharing that question, please put it up on the chat. And I'm not going to do anything with the question. We are going to stay with the question. Yes, if you feel like sharing, then you can share the question, and if you don't feel like, that's fine. The question is for you to dive deeper into what this means to us. What does it mean to be living in a community, to be sending this energy into the community? What does it mean to celebrate as a community? How does it feel? Has it changed? Has it changed from your past to how it is now? Have you changed? Okay. So with that, Jyoti has asked a question. Why do we look for special people to celebrate and find it difficult to celebrate with one and all? When we create a space like this, it's the heart that plays a role. Then why does the mind take over so soon? So again, look at the question. Is the emphasis on why does the mind take over? Or is it emphasis on so soon? How beautiful. Are you toying with the fact the mind takes over, or does it take it because you're toying over the question that it's taking over so soon? For me, that is staying. What does it take to be vibrantly alive? Beautiful question, because that's something I keep asking myself. How to sustain the feeling of connectedness when we are people. When we are with people we love, it is good. But when we move to the real world, we don't feel the same. It's a beautiful question. But just for me, what's coming up is the story that Gitanjali shared. Maybe that has a clue, Jyoti. Maybe if we move in love and we move in loving kindness, we can take that into every space. It doesn't have to be only in this space. How to hold the vibration with the whole community.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just stay with your questions. And I'm feeling so blessed to be reading these questions out, because I think this is how we take it into. I feel everything is an illusion, so I don't know whether I can say this is that is a real world. What is real world? I don't know. Maybe that is the question coming up for me now. What is real? What is unreal? I try to rely on my heart, many disappointments, but does that matter? Beautiful. Lovely. Hold your questions close to the heart. Maybe the answer will seek you. The answer will come. As long as the question is there, the answer will arrive. And I believe that will happen. What holds me back from being so connected? Why am I harboring the other feeling of non-connected, resistance to connection? Yeah. True. How important to look at what are the barriers to stopping us from connect? What is barriers stopping us from connecting? What is the resistance to connection? Why do we feel lost in celebration when we are? Why do we feel lost in celebration when we are with people around us? Lost. You mean disconnected. What is missing? Yeah. Lovely. Lovely. Beautiful, Devina. Again, I think many answers are coming from the story, for me at least. Just go back, think of the story that Gitanjali shared. So perhaps that has a clue to us to what questions we are asking. So with that, I will hand it over to Ramya for closing the circle.
Thank you so much, Soumya. I'm still with my question and the questions that are coming up here in this circle. So precious. I felt like sharing a moment from my life from the past week. I was on the way to drop my 7-year-old twins, my son and daughter, and I was sitting with them when suddenly the bumpy patch on the road came. And usually when that bumpy patch comes, I hold them close so that they don't hit their heads. And at that moment, something happened. my bangles started I don't know if you can hear it, but started hitting the steel box, their lunch boxes. And as the sound started coming very organically based on the bumps on the road, my children were delighted. They just couldn't control their smile. They said, Amma, look, Amma, look, Amma, this is music, Amma, Amma, music is happening automatically. Amma, Amma, look, it's so nice. I don't want this bumpy patch to end. And I don't want to reach school so quickly today. I wish this could continue and the music could stay. And that joy really came into me, and I was feeling so happy. And even after I dropped them at school, when I was on the way back, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about that beautiful organic joy in that moment that was so unexpected, and so unexpected on that bumpy patch on the journey with them. And the next day, for a moment, I thought they may try to take my bangles towards the box and try to make that sound. But no, they did not. They said, we want to be surprised. Maybe it'll happen today. Maybe your bangles are still close to our lunch boxes. Maybe it'll happen. And I realized how beautifully they told me about just accepting that celebration in the moment, and not always wanting to create that importance of the sprinkle surprises on life's journey, and to be ready to accept that. And I feel very grateful for that moment with them. It was a reminder to celebrate the simple sprinkle surprises on life's journey. And as here we are on this journey, so beautiful together, this journey of this circle, this journey, this whole beautiful journey at CSF, and the journeys of our life that are connected together here. I feel so grateful to be here as we are approaching the end of the circle today. And I'm reflecting on this journey that we are on together. What are we carrying with us? What do we bring? A journey that's ongoing, a journey that continues, a celebration that continues as we are connected together. And I thought we could spend a few moments reflecting on what is it that we carry? What are the gifts we bring? What are the questions we bring, as Soumya put it? What are those sprinkled surprises? What do we carry, like how Poonam led us through that beautiful meditation? That togetherness, that harmony that Gitanjali spoke of, and the laughter that's so important that Jyoti reminded us. My heart feels really warm and full with that. And I thought we could just spend a few moments reflecting on that. And I'm just going to now share an image. Please tell me if you can see it.
Yes, we
Yes,
can see.
yes, we can see Ramya.
If you have the option, so on top, you'll be able to see annotate if you've done it before, and if not, there is a pen-like icon, and if you click that, let us know if we can help you in any way find it. And if you're not able to find it, that's fine too. We can still put things on chat, whatever comes up for us. I invite you to reflect on what is it that we bring on this journey, on this celebration that we are part of together, and a journey that's continuing. And feel free to put in words. So there is an option of putting a text box here. You could even use some stamps which have some love and stars there. You could even put some words on chat, and we'll try to put it up here on this image of a journey that we are all part of together, a celebration. What is it that we carry? What is it that we bring? And we could just reflect on what's coming up for all of us. The sprinkle surprises, the questions, anything that's coming up for us, words that are coming up. So there, I'll just put some. Celebrating the bumps, harmony, hope, joy, curiosity. A new beginning. Silver linings, looking beyond. Togetherness, joy. Dry but not barren, light is there. Discovery, serenity, peace, inspiration. Thank you so much. Discovery. Together, be together. Change, integrity, welcoming, discovering self, hope and happiness. Relax after the day's toil, openness, stepping out of fear. Thank you so much for all your precious sharing of this journey that we're all together part of, a celebration that we are part of. Keep learning and growing, light after darkness. Embracing the surprises with joy. Change is not ending. Where it ended, started a new journey with new faces, new path. Vast and deep transformation. Emergence, blessings, share space, learnings, taking a chance, gratitude, and a lot of hearts, a lot of love and stars strewn on our path. Light and love. Growing, hand holding, celebrations, beautiful images. Gratitude for being a speck in this cosmos. Harmony and courage, much needed on all our journeys. Thank you so much. Continuity, holding hands and walking together. No judging. Seasons change, bringing new happiness. Oneness and sameness. I'll save this beautiful visual token of whatever we felt as we also reflect on what's coming up on chat. Thank you so much for sharing with all your heart. Just take a moment or two to see if there is anything that is coming up for us.
I felt the compass coming together at the end of it through this image.
Yes.
It felt like we are once again here with different body, with different look, the way we look, but our minds, are coming together and we're thinking the same.
So beautiful, Gitanjali. Thank you for bringing that back. Green is behind the horizon. Thank you for that image. So beautiful and powerful. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the precious, generous sharing with all heart. Healing. Poonam, a song is coming up for me.
Which one?
जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या
हो
किसने जाना,
जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना, यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. Life is a beautiful journey, isn't it? And we really don't know what is in store for us the very next moment. So isn't it beautiful if we celebrate the now, this present moment, which is ours? And that's what we did today. CSF, it's the last day, but we take all these memories, we cherish them, and we keep celebrating till we meet again. We have so many reasons to celebrate. The picture that we carry with us, that image that Ramya just shared, that is going to be our prized possession. We're going to hold it dear to our hearts. Anything else that comes up, for anybody, do share those last minute thoughts and keep celebrating.
Poonam, I had to say something. A deep sense of gratitude for Eric for creating such a beautiful space.
Absolutely.
We cannot go without deepest gratitude and love and affection and thankfulness for dear Eric, who gave us the celebration of 4 weeks of uninterrupted healing, connectedness, coming together, learning, all in one. Eric, are you there?
Yeah, he's just joined us.
Yes, I've been here the whole time.
Okay, wonderful. Can we give a big round of applause for Eric?
Whenever Eric will be remembered, even in this year, throughout these years, we will only think about the circles that he created for all of us. Thank you so much, Eric.
Thank you.
Are you in the mood for some? Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! So
we can do one more here and I can click a picture.
Okay.
Very I don't mind the refreshing coffee also.
Very good, very good. Yay!
Thank you so much, everyone, for your precious warm presence here and to making the circle that it became. Thank you so much. Lots of moments of celebration and of love and light. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. Well, we have, in 9 minutes from now, we have a session of Sufi storytelling and music making. So what shall we do in these 9 minutes?
Celebrate.
Celebrate, yes, of course.
Celebrate.
Maybe let's go back to gallery view.
Yes.
And we'll stop recording?
Stop recording, yes.